So guys, living in Reno, Tahoe, we get weather, right? We're a climate that gets all weather and even all weather in one day. We'll get rain, snow, sleet, sunshine, wind, and we have to be able to handle reshoots. We have to be able to figure out a way to rebook clients without worrying about retainers, without worrying about who's in the right, who's in the wrong. And I'm gonna kind of go through what I do right now. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Jeramie with Jeramie Lou Photography. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, if you're new, please consider subscribing. Video helps anybody get a thumbs up, and then click that bell for notifications. It'll tell you every time I come on. So guys, this video is pretty simple. I get a lot of questions on how I handle reshoots, and I'm just gonna talk about me and what I do and how it works, right? So when a client books with me, they pay a retainer. The retainer is just to cover the shoot. I have a $95 retainer. So I think of it as I'm a $95 an hour photographer, although it's a lot more when I shoot weddings and events. So they pay the $95 and they get their time reserved, they sign a contract, and that's their time, right? The client's booked Saturday, 10 a.m., that's your time, you paid the retainer, thank you so much. They are technically not booked until they sign that contract and that retainer. So once they have that signed off, then it's theirs, it's good to go. Now, if they decide, and my contract says 48-hour cancellation, if they decide that they're gonna cancel 48 hours for no reason at all, that retainer's mine. I don't even reach out to reschedule. If they just say, we can't make it, cool, thanks so much, I keep it. If they then say something to the effect of something has happened, emergency, COVID, somebody has coronavirus, somebody tested, it's gonna be raining, it's gonna be snowing, whatever, anything like that, that's when I start to change my mindset a little bit. Guys, of course, with something like COVID, coronavirus, I don't want to be part of that. So I will happily say, let's reschedule, let's rebook, let me know when you're ready. If it's bad weather where I physically don't feel comfortable shooting, maybe my gear is going to get too wet, or maybe it's just going to be cold and drab. Usually something with high winds, actual rain, or like snowstorms is when I don't shoot. Then I'll actually reach out to them that morning and say, hey, weather's gonna be like this, and I'll be proactive with it, and I'll offer them a reshoot. Of course, a retainer will go towards it. The retainer, guys, the rescheduling fee, all that stuff is up to you guys. I don't wanna sound like we're on the client side all the time, but you can make yourself a hero. You can make yourself a hero if something happens. They have a pimple, they have a red eye right here that you don't want to spend time editing. If you can reschedule them and say, you know what, don't even worry about it, let's just reschedule you and we'll make it work. You're a hero in their mind. If you go, I know that you have a red eye or a giant pimple, or you feel like crap, or you're bloated or something, whatever the reason is, I've heard them all. I'm sorry, but if you cancel today, you're gonna lose your retainer. We can reschedule, but you're gonna have to pay that retainer again. I mean, it's weird. And maybe I should enlighten you and say that I don't make my money off my retainers. My retainer is just kind of like, I don't know, like an hourly price, an hourly wage that a server gets where they rely on tips. My money comes from actual purchasing of the products, of the digitals, of the digital negatives, of the prints, right? That's where I make my money. So if I'm negating the $95, if I'm saying I'm losing $95 instead of saying, you know what, if I just gift them this $95 and then they're gonna spend $500, $600 on prints, that's what I'm thinking of as a business person. And that's what I think you should think of too. Also, so many people just being so negative and wrong about little tiny aspects of contracts. Guys, I know, I'm a freaking, you shoot me, because like I talk about contracts, how you can stick to them and all that, but I'm also human, and the people I talk to are human. In fact, I'm a really nice guy, and I'm constantly trying to make people like me and make people happy. And in turn, it's been really good for my business. You will never find somebody saying that I was argumentative, or I didn't listen to or I didn't come up with a solution. It's just how I run my business. And that's how you rebook shoots. I mean, it's not a tough thing, it's common sense, but if you guys find yourself in a situation where somebody wants to reshoot or rebook, and it is within the 24 to 48 hours, hopefully you have something else to do. You can edit, you can hang out, you can take your family out to breakfast, you can do whatever. But know that getting that client back in later on, for them to actually spend money on prints and digitals is great. And honestly, most of these clients are in the same boat. They understand that they took your time and they crushed it, and you will never get that time back. So hopefully they'll provide a little more incentive for themselves to purchase things from you guys. Hopefully that helps, guys. It's a new year. It's a new year. It's a new me. We're doing things. We're making things happen. Read the description. I updated all my descriptions of my videos. You guys will find links to everything. And if you have any questions, comments, let me know. I do check those quite often, and I do write back to them about once a week. Hope you're having a good day. Bye.